And welcome back. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm X, and this is the level 40 Dragoon quest, Unfading Skies, and you learn the Spineshatter die from this one. Sir Albrecht would send you on your next trial. You grow ever stronger, and I speak more than just the flesh. Okay, every time they say I feel like doing some kind of Scottish accent. You are slowly but surely realizing your potential as an eyou Dragoon. Actually, that sounds more Punjabi. I don't know. It is heartening to look upon, though I must confess that my presiding feeling is one of relief. You must understand, the mere thought that the eye would choose an outsider, one who ill comprehends the threat posed by the dragons, filled me with the gravest of misgivings. Yet you have... but I shall say no more, lest flattery impede your improvement. Dick. Now, during our last lesson, I enlightened you regarding the origins of Dragoons. You will recall how Haldrath heroically triumphed over the great worm Nidhogg, and Ishgard came into possession of the eye. That was the story you told me. Tell me, Sonic, do you believe that these events truly transpired, or are you inclined to think them fairy tales? I don't know, you're the one who told me, you bullshitter. I ask you this because few folk have seen dragons in the flesh, because we Ishgardians, and most would as soon dismiss them as products of the imagination. Alas, dragons are no less real than you and I, with Nidhogg perhaps the most real of all. In the course of its history, Ishgard has suffered the creature's wrath on 8 separate occasions. Each time the great worm rouses, the blood of countless Ishgardians is spilled. Let us revisit the past once more, Soniki. The time is 20 summers past, and the place is Dravania. After a century in slumber, Nidhogg awakened once more to resume his reign of terror. Entire villages were razed to the ground, their inhabitants reduced to smoldering ash. Sensing the great worm's unbridled rage, others of his kind began to rouse, and in such numbers as to blot out the sun with their wings. A deep foreboding darkness swept over Ishgard. Raging infernos painting the belly of the sky an angry red. The agonized screams of innocence fading into deathly silence. In my station as an Azure Dragoon, I was there, through it all, bore witness to all the horrors. Did you now? You look perfectly fine. But there was no time to offer even a silent prayer. Nidhogg lingered in one place only long enough to lay it to waste. And when he took wing, so too did I pursue him, a man possessed. This game of cat and mouse continued for what seemed an eternity, before I found myself face to face with a great worm. The battle unfolded in a tiny settlement on the edge of Kurthus, raging on for 3 days and 3 nights with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. Remaining on my feet by sheer force of will, I realized that it must end now, else it shouldn't end well. Marshalling my last ons of strength, I wagered all on a single thrust. My lance struck home, burying deep in the ruin of my opponent's empty eye socket. Yet before I could withdraw my weapon, the worm lashed out wildly in its agony, dealing a blow that left me sprawled upon the scorched earth, nigh insensate. In that instant, I thought myself surely doomed, but Halone was not finished with me. Having lost the taste for battle, Nidhogg let loose a blood-curdling roar before fleeing to the sky. The battle was over. While I did not perish from my injuries, they rendered my body unfit to bear the power of the dragon, and I was Azure Dragoon no more. Lying bedridden, my thoughts wandered to all the innocent lives that had been lost, the people I had failed to protect. That last conflict with the dragons of Dravania left countless orphans in its wake. Istinian is one of them, the sole survivor of Ferndale, the final village to suffer Nidhogg's wrath. With none left to care for him, I did the only thing I could. I took Istinian as mine own son, instructing him in the way of the Dragoon when he was of an age to learn. Yet I would not have you think me noble. My actions were born not of compassion but of guilt, my guilt at having failed him. But alas, I have also failed him as a father. You freaking failure, you. Stop. Where's the self-esteem? For what manner of man did I bring him up to be? A thief who would endanger the life of every one of his countrymen. Aye, you heard me right. All of Ishgard may suffer for his crime. There's so much text in this game, I've been reading for 4 minutes already. Though we know little unless of the minds of dragons, it is conceivable that the disturbance surrounding his stolen eye will rouse Nidhogg to awaken once more. That his kin have already stirred from their slumber serves as fair warning of that. Time is not on our side. Fortunately, it would seem you are more than ready to embark on your next trial. Make your way to Witch Drop, where the knight Hostian awaits your arrival. My nation is depending on you, Sayaniki. Speak with Hostian. Alright, back to Witch Drop again. And this time, this person's in that hole. Why are they always in a crevice in some canyon? That also kind of sounds dirty. Just like this person asking for ASL on the shout there. That's a little strange. Finwin Feinbonk. That's probably why he's dirty. His name too sounds a little dirty. Well, this escalated quickly. How deep my dick goes inside you should be romance enough, says Channing Tatum. Oh wow, I'll make sure I drive hard with my hard drive. Where's the romance in that? Okay, I'm sorry, he says. Yes, FF14 is full of perverted fools that are both men and women. Both men and women. Everybody's dirty. There's no such thing as a clean person. Splat. Hustian, you are the one who would aspire to be aided. Oh, how dare you interrupt my reading? You shall suffer for that. That's a full thrust crit. Ooh. This thing interrupted my reading. That's off. You are the one who would aspire to be Aegir Dragoon? Why, you are not even of Ishgard. If you truly possess the power that Sir Albrecht sees in you, then prove it to me with your lance. On guard! Whoa! That's a lot. I have no AoE. I better kill this one quick. Oh, Phlebotomize, and phlebotomize, and disembowel. And it's dead. Wonderful. The dragon within stirs, resonating with the soul of the dragon. Speak with Hustian. That strength. I have not seen its like since Astidian himself stood before me. Mayhaps Sir Albrecht has the right of it after all. Return and show your crystal to him. I have no doubt he will be pleased. Well, these trials are pretty easy. Compared to the other quests where you go into an instance, this is just like in the field somewhere. Everybody's making like dirty jokes in the shout now with the skill names. It's just like in every game, you can reduce everything down to dirtiness. Or something foul, or something to do with a sexual connotation. Except for like maybe fracture. That sounds painful. But I mean a leg sweep, that sounds pretty dirty. And then you first give the person a leg sweep, and then you give them a heavy thrust. And then maybe you want to jump, and then you do your piercing talon. And then afterwards you want to make an elusive jump to make sure you don't... Sorry, it's just like you can escalate it so quickly, and then you can have like a full thrust after your vorpal thrust, and then you make a true thrust. And then you'll have an impulse drive, and then you might disembowel everything. Oh, this is horrible. And then you'll have blood for blood at the end with an internal release. And then you might have the bloodbath with a life surge. And then you'll probably have to invigorate yourself after for another round. Jesus. Okay, that was horrible. If any of you got that, you probably have to wash your mind just like me. I normally don't make very many of those. You have passed yet another trial with flying colors, Sayaniki. The day when you may stand before Astidian as an equal is not far off. And when that day comes, I will choose you over the traitor. I have no doubt of this. But we must be patient still. For now, you must continue your training. When you can do no more on your own, seek me out once more. Awesome. I've got the Spineshatter dive. Let's have a look at what it does, as usual. My inner dragon grows stronger. Alright. Who's the lucky victim? I'm gonna put it as 9. My hotkeys suck. Where's a target? There's a target. Let's see if I just... And then there's a jump. And this is Spineshatter jump. Oh no! Whoa! Headshot! It comes with a stun. Oh, and it doesn't return me back to my original location. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it has a stun. Delivers a jumping attack with a potency of 170. Stun. Duration 2 seconds. And it doesn't return me to my original position, which is pretty cool. So that would be a nice combo. You jump, then you Spineshatter dive, and you can elusive jump to run away after if you want. Or just to close the distance. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Crandus X, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye bye for now.